Welcome to the Just Give Me the Mic show, and I am your host, Deborah Coco. And if you do not know about Just Give Me the Mic, what we do here is highlight positive people doing positive things throughout our communities and worldwide. And we strive to bring you the best interview experience that there is. So again, I want to thank everyone for their support. And what I would like for you to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. My name is Deborah Coco, and welcome to the Just Give Me the Mic show. I have a special treat for you tonight. I have the legendary rap band, the first original legendary rap band, Stetsasonic. Members of Stetsasonic joining me today, and I'm so happy to have them come because I've been watching the group. I know some members of the group. I've been able to be backstage and to see them intimately get ready for shows. And I'm happy to just sit down and talk to them and bring some information to you about what is going on with some of the latest and a little bit of history on how Stetsasonic actually got together. So tonight we have Daddy-O on the set, we have Wise, and we have Bobby Simmons. And I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. I'm so happy to have the chance to talk to y'all. And, good evening, everybody. How y'all feeling?
Hey, thank you. How you doing?
We're glad to be here. Glad to be here. Happy to be here.
Yes, I'm so happy for you. I think y'all been having a phenomenal run right now. Like, I see you on so many flyers. You had the great unsung story come out about y'all. To salute and congratulations on your unsung, because that was a great show. I learned a lot. You always think when you see people, you know their story, you know a lot, but you learn so much from unsung. You get interviews, you get to hear from other people who are also around, describing how y'all was and the difference and the impact that your group made at that time and still making. So, and you also have new music coming out. So we got a lot to talk about.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, we have a lot to talk about. But one thing I wanted to set it off and talk about is that even though the music that you did, it entertained us, it got us rocking, dances and challenges, your music was so socially conscious. And I love how y'all was able to incorporate that along with live music, bands, different elements that people weren't really used to at that time. So how important was it for you, being young artists, right, coming out and addressing social issues through your music, and what impact was you expecting to have at that time?
I think for us, it was what we were living, right? So, we grew up, most of us, I mean, at least the three guys on this call, we grew up in Brooklyn, we grew up in, Brownsville, East New York. So we saw things going on, and, music always became this sort of platform for us, right? To be able to talk about everything. And the Light always had a motto, for, if you want to call it, for Stetsasonic, that we would make music for the mind, body, and soul. Right. So we would make music for like these three purposes. We would do these kind of mental records, we would do these kind of feel-good records, and we would do, the soul was the feel-good records, and then we would do these body records, which is really kind of, making things danceable and, all of those particular things. And so for us, I could just go back to one instance. I talk about this a little bit. Years ago, Wise, Delight, and myself were walking down the street. And we saw, how they have those flyers where you pull off the number?
Yes.
Right? And there was a flyer that said "Rock Against Racism."
Oh.
And we pulled it off because it was a concert that was going to be had in the Central Park Band Shell.
Oh, okay.
We pulled it off. We called them up. We went back. We wrote a song called "Rock Against Racism," and we were like, we wasn't the headliner on that act, but I would say that we probably was the biggest act on that bill. And this is way before we made records, because we made a record called "Rock Against Racism" and had the whole Central Park singing "Rock Against Racism." Right.
Wow.
And that was just from us seeing a flyer. Right. We knew really early that we could use our platform to kind of move the needle. You know what I mean? And so,
Yes.
I mean, in terms of the expectation, I don't think as rappers, you always expect your stuff to hit.
Right.
So as rappers, it's not like, you're not gonna make something and think, oh, nobody's gonna listen. Like, you, as a rapper, you're making it thinking, people are gonna hit. But I think a lot of that was just life. I mean, Bobby grew up in Brownsville, Wise grew up in East New York, I grew up in East New York. This is life to us. You know what I mean? And if anything, we want to see our people, you know what I'm saying, elevate to the degree that we can. We can't do everything. We can't pay your way through college.
But we can help, we can try to fill your mind with some positive things, conscious things to help you keep going. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So the group actually got together because you won a rap contest. Is that how it got started? That's how the magic all began?
Yep. Yo, Wise, speak to that, man.
It was, as a matter of fact, prior to that rap contest, because I had met Daddy-O and Delight. I was the next member to join the group. So I met Daddy-O and Delight through a mutual friend and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He brought me over to Daddy-O's house. This is when I was doing the beatbox and stuff. So Daddy-O hooked up a microphone and stuff like that. And when the guys heard me and stuff, Delight was like, "We got something here."
The beatbox. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And from there, you know what I'm saying? We started, like circulating all around the New York area and stuff like that, going to different clubs, showing our faces and stuff like that, trying to, getting on the mic, rocking the mic and stuff, and, certain spots and stuff like that, up until, we hit the rap contest. When it was time for a rap contest, it was like 86 groups. We came in first place.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, we came in first, second, and third place.
Oh, wow.
No, that's real. That's the truth.
Wow. All three top spots. Okay.
Yeah, because all the it was 3 labels that wanted us and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Hill was the first label and stuff. But we didn't sign with them. We waited, I guess, like about a year and a half later, and we signed to Tommy Boy because Sugar Hill gave us, a really jacked up contract and stuff.
It was bad.
Wow. And a lot of people that were coming out at that time, it's good that I think I saw somewhere that y'all went to a lawyer, you had it looked over, and y'all was like, no go on that contract.
Yeah,
and y'all was lucky enough to have that and not just sign, not really understanding and end up for years being in a bad contract trying to get out of it,
Yeah.
So Bobby, with the drums now. Where's he at? Where's Bobby Simmons? Okay, right there you go, Bobby. Now talk to us about the incorporating, how important it was to incorporate the drums, and you play another instrument as well, correct?
Yeah, but the drums came in. Well, me and Daddy-O, we of course we all grew up together, like I said, in Brownsville. I used to rehearse with them at Unity Plaza Center back in the days too as well. So we knew each other. I think when the drums came about, Delight actually had that idea of live drums being on one of the songs, which was one of the biggest songs. Sonic's first album was Go Stetsa. And one of the ideas that Daddy-O and me and Daddy always talked about, we wanted to copy our heroes. And our heroes were Earth, Wind, and Fire, Blue Bird, Brass Construction, Mandrill. Name all the bands that was out in the 70s and 80s. We literally wanted to incorporate ourselves in what they do, but in a hip-hop way. And that's why I always explain to people the difference. Everybody always want to claim the title hip-hop band, we hip-hop band. The difference between us and everybody else claiming to be a hip-hop band is that we were a stripped-down version of the bands that they wanted to be. I always make this joke, but I'm not making a joke no more. People like Nucleus and all these other rap acts, they wanted to be Prince and the Revolution, man. That's what they wanted to be. Everybody wanted to be Midnight Star, and we didn't want to be that. We wanted to be what we looked like. And we looked like cats from Brownsville. We wore our plumas, we wore our jeans, we wanted to look like what we sound like. So we stripped down what we had. And Daddy-O said, I said, Daddy-O, I caught up with him because I was the DJ at the Latin Quarters. I said, yo, Daddy, oh man, yo, we should get a night at the Latin Quarters, man, and do this whole thing live. And D said, yo, bet, so let's do it. So that night finally came. And that night came, he said, yo, but how we gonna do it? I said, well, there's a stage at the bottom, which is a big stage if you was at the Latin Quarters. There's a big stage at the bottom, but on the top, you had like a small stage that can only fit like maybe the DJ and the three MCs.
Okay.
And that was the first time we actually did that as a live act, as a live band. DBC and Prince Paul was on the bottom too as well with me. And we did that, and the guys was on the top. The three MCs, four MCs was on the top. And that night we blew them away. And me and Daddy was like, yo, this is what we're gonna keep doing it. So we all connected. We were all friends and we grew up together, but it all connected from that night at the Latin Quarters.
That's beautiful. That's a great story. Like, how do you think like Stetsasonic, because music it's like a part of the evolution process, right? It keeps changing, keeps flowing, the style, the rhythm, the dance, everything. How does Stetsasonic evolve with these changes? Like, how has it changed your music from, what are some of the big differences that you notice from how you put your music together when you first started to like today to keep up with all the changes in music? What are some of the elements that you added?
I don't know if there's that much change.
Okay.
One of the things I speak about all the time is we have always maybe pride's a bad word sometimes, but we've always prided ourselves in being musicians, right? So yes, we rappers, yes, we human beatbox, yes, we drummers, yes, we DJs, yes, we all those things that hip-hop brings, right? But we've always prided ourselves in being musicians. I'll go back to something that Bobby said. We grew up on brass construction. We grew up on mandrill. We grew up on Earth, Wind, and Fire. We grew up on New Birth. We grew up on all of these bands that had this, people don't realize how funky some of that stuff we grew up on is.
Yes,
that stuff is incredibly. I was listening to some of it today. Bobby, you got to get this playlist I just made. I'm blown away. Like, I'm listening to it and I'm like, yo, this is stupid. Like, this is dumb. Like, this doesn't make sense. But this is the way we would be in the studio.
Okay.
So we wanted to make those records in the studio. Like, honestly, if you listen, Go Stetson don't make no, when I say don't make no sense, I mean, like, it's so good that it don't make no damn sense. And that's what we always wanted to do. We always want, even when Wise, and he still does a little bit, but he raps more now. Even when Wise is doing beatbox records, we wasn't trying to make the average beatbox record.
Right.
So if you listen to Stet Troop, you hear something totally different than you hear from Dougie, from Buffy, from any beatbox you've ever heard. You understand?
That is true.
Because the concept was this musicianship. So fast forward, like, for instance, making this Here We Go Again album, it's all checks and balances. If I'm off, Wise is like, yo, D, I like what you're doing, but you could, you understand what I'm trying to say? If Wise is off, Bobby might be like, yo, Wise, do 20 bars and not 16. You understand?
Right.
If Bobby's doing something, the light might be like, yo, Bobby, add a little bit more cymbal. You understand what I'm trying to say? And then, Prince Paul is always the, the grand wizard, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's a chin check thing that I think.
Right. I like that.
I went to the Motown Museum a couple of years ago, and it amazed me how much, and I'm not trying to be blasphemous at all, please, but it amazed me how similar we were.
Okay, right. Me. Right.
I'm looking at them and I'm saying, man, they made all this stuff in this one room. But I'm saying, yo, we made everything in Calliope that way. Yes. You know what I mean? And it was the same kind of camaraderie of, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't work. Let's make this work. We still have a few unreleased things that are fly as hell.
Wow, I could imagine.
We've got some, we still got a few unreleased things that are just so good. We did one. Wise gave me the idea So and he blessed me with the idea, and it worked out. On the new album, Wise was like, yo, we don't have no beatbox, man. Let's put people in the neighborhood on the album. And we did. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That was one of the unreleased joints. But we always, the whole issue is musicians always progress.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so that's the concept, right? The concept is like, we know we have to move forward because we feel like musicians. And I don't care if we rapping, we still feel like musicians.
Right. It seems like such a seamless effort for the group. I see a lot of artists that it's kind of difficult for them to keep up with the trends and things like that. But you're right. If you are a true musician, right, artist at heart, like you can do that like nothing. Like you can sound totally different. Your style could switch up. You could go back and forth. It's nothing to you because music is in you. And from the documentary, I seen that y'all have been to Africa. You've met Mandela, you met Prince, you've met so many people that have touched and impact our culture as a whole. Hip hop has done so much for Stetsasonic, and you have done so much for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's like you give love and you got it back, right?
Yeah.
So your fans all over the world showing you love. I think I saw Wise, you said in an interview, or it could have been Delight, that you get so involved in your music that you don't even realize until you go out and you do shows the impact and how much people really, really love you as a group. Like, how was that first for y'all when you first realized, like, wow, we are really onto something big. Like, we are really touching people. People are really loving what we are doing. Like, how did that feel?
Well, because of the fact that, didn't you do a Sally dance chant challenge? Didn't you do a
Years
Sally
later.
dance
How many
challenge?
years later? How many years for the Sally dance? How many years for Sally, period?
Say that again?
How many years has it
for
been
Sally?
since you released that song?
Oh,
88, right?
oh. Huh?
88?
Yeah.
88.
Yeah, that was in 1988.
Yeah,
Right.
88, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So many years and people are
Yeah.
still booking Stetsasonic like y'all just coming out. And I think that's a testament to real music. You know what I mean? I've been with you, Atlantic City, here, there. Y'all travel. You just came back from someplace, right? Did you just come back from a show?
No, I did, yeah.
Okay. Okay, but I'm just saying the run is phenomenal. So like I said, I have some questions for some people. Let me see if I can pick a good one. Okay, Stetsasonic has been active in the music industry for many years. What are some of the biggest challenges that you have faced as a group, and how have you overcome them?
I think the largest challenge is, weirdly enough, it goes right into what we're talking about. So the largest challenge for me, and the guys could speak to this, largest challenge for me is being a musician in hip hop. Because I think that what's happened, and this has always been the deal with that, what's happened is that guys kind of put themselves in this little rap box. They kind of put themselves in this little rap hip hop box, right? And that's cool. No problem, whatever. But that's not our manifesto. It's always going to be a little more for us. We're always going to want to play more. We're always going to make more. We're always going to want to say more. Like I've always seen that since the beginning, since the On Fire days, since the Rock Against Racism, so all of that. So I think for me, and like I said, the guys can speak to what they feel is a challenge. The challenge for me is not fitting in the box.
Right.
Because we don't fit in that box. You know what I mean? Like often we'll do, no disrespect, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, please. We'll do the old school rap shows, but my whole life, I've always felt we were more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is too, is that I understand what you're saying about what's the biggest challenge. But for me, I don't see it as a challenge. I enjoy every flaw that we've had, whether it's with Tommy Boy or whether it's with group members and we going through some kind of struggle with each other, because I get to tell people my journey with Stetsasonic. My story sounds better than anybody else's story in hip hop because it's a beautiful journey. It's a
That's
beautiful
true.
journey. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
So, you know, we're that group that people love to try to forget, but somehow we come back in people's minds again. Like, yo, I forgot that day. You know, it's like with even with this new album now, like people are really like, yo, is you know, because at some point it's like they almost faded, but then we do something again. It's like, there they go again. It's like,
Like,
so
here we are, right?
right. You know what I'm saying? So
We
for me, I'm
we
enjoying
keep
it.
coming back just like that eyewitness news van, yo.
Right, right. Big
Right
impact.
or
Get it up,
wrong.
man.
Big
Again.
Right
impact.
or wrong.
Yeah.
Get in, go
You know,
get it.
that's
That's
how I
what's
gotta
up. That's
sum it up.
important.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, so that's the way I feel about it. I love the journey, even to the fact that we're working on the next album now. I'm loving the journey of how we getting ready to start this new album. I love every minute of
Right.
it, man. You know, because this is the chapter continues now. You saw the unsung, but now you're going to want to
Yes.
hear the next chapter with the new albums. How we going into this, and you know how we pull people in. People like Smooth the Hustler pulled up for us. How a girl like Marla Reigns pulled up for us. So the
Yes.
story continues. So I'm enjoying the journey.
I just love hearing all the positive things from people, you
Right.
know, because, you know, sometimes people are your friends. We don't really get to have that real talk. But
Right.
that
Right.
unsung was such a beautiful experience. It was for me, but I could imagine for y'all hearing
Right.
people say these great things about y'all. So again, to salute to Stetsasonic for that and
Thank you.
being highlighted and getting the recognition, you know, from your peers as well on how they felt about you. I know there's probably so many other people that wanted to be a part of it, but I
Nah,
was
they
just so
scared. They see
happy.
what we doing. They scared. I was playing.
Right. I was just so happy for y'all as a group. You know, like, oh my God, this is so beautiful to get your flowers. And Wise, what do you think? What is your opinion on, like, you know, the group, you know, the things that when you reflect, the things that, you know, the challenges or whatever that you may have overcame, being part of a large group? Because we know just from various stories, I just want to throw that in there. A lot of times being in a group, groups don't last, right? For whatever reason, behind the scenes, whether it's management, you know, so many different reasons. We
I
heard
mean,
stories from various artists, right? And y'all managed to stay together through it all. So I wanted to hear your opinion on that as well.
with us, you know what I'm saying? Like every family, you know what I'm saying? We have our ups and downs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We
That's
have
what
our
makes you family.
differences. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? We have our differences and stuff, but in the long run, you know, when it's you know, said and done, we still come together, you know, like that family. I mean, the love was always there, and that's what helps us overcome, you know, any of the challenges and stuff, you know.
Right.
But we know where we want to go musically and stuff like that. We know how we want to create and stuff, what we don't want, what we want and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So you know, like I said, we're you know, one big happy family and stuff, you know. You know, I love these guys and whatnot. You know, we've known each other for like, you know, over 40 years and stuff. That's a pretty long time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's actually the longest friendship that I've ever had in my entire life. Is
Me
Right.
too.
Right.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I just wanted to bring that up, because I think it's a very important piece to see
no doubt.
everyone together. Even sometimes you go to shows, you got one member, you know, the other ones are still around, but they're not showing up for whatever reason. And I think the loyalty that y'all have for each other is great, because we see it all the time. And I just wanted to highlight that part. You're not going to
Coco,
get along all the time. That's normal. I don't like my brothers. That's normal for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
That's
Coco,
a normal thing. But I'm saying y'all still kept it together, you know?
yeah, but Coco,
And that's the most important thing.
Coco.
So my next question is,
can you hear me?
how do you stay? How?
Oh, Bobby wanted to say
Can you hear me?
Oh, say it again, Bobby. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying Coco, you know, but the thing is that, like Wise said, we one big family. And actually they're right. This is the longest friendship we had. But doing your show right now, you done started something. So Wise, where that $20 I loan you, man? Where that $20, man?
Hey up, Bob. Hey up,
Where that
Wise.
$20?
Yo, pass my bag.
Right, pay it up,
Yo,
Wise.
I already,
Right, Bobby?
already sent the Cash App, man.
Okay, all right.
Look,
Good,
Bobby
Coco,
is
I'm just
direct.
playing.
Well, just give me the mic. Bobby is getting paid back that $20. That's right, Bobby.
Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Coco.
Right. I hooked you up, Bobby, for real. Okay, so how do you stay inspired and motivated to create new music after all the years in the industry? And are there any particular sources of inspiration that drive your creativity?
I'll start. One thing I will say is that that's mad easy.
Good.
Like it's
Good.
mad easy to stay inspired. Let me tell you. So we doing the unsung, right? I take my studio everywhere I go.
You
Where
do?
I go, I take my studio everywhere I go. So, I don't live in New York, neither does Wise, right? So I take my studio. We got to shoot unsung for 2 days. I've set up in my hotel room. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Wise finds these little margaritas at this corner store that's nice. You know what I mean? They nice. He's like, yo, D, I found these margaritas, man. And I'm gonna bring one to your room. He brings one to my room. I'm like, yo, these joints is nice. It's like, yo, you want to cut something? He's
Is
like,
it the one in the can?
yeah. He's like, yo,
yeah.
you want to cut something? He's
I know what you're talking
yeah.
about, right?
He was like, yo, I got a beat. So he brings me a beat. I put the beat on. We make handle. It's
That's
not
what's up.
hard though. It's not hard though, because the energy is, who do you think we was? Like
Okay.
who do you really think we was? Like, do you really think, no disrespect, I think we did an incredible job, me and Wise, on self-destruction. I think
Oh,
we did
yeah.
a good job.
Yeah. I'm
Okay?
still waiting
I
on part
think
2, but we'll
I
talk
think
about
I
that.
think I think me and Wise did an incredible job with Faye.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
then there's other records where you hear Wise rapping, whether it's Heaven Help the MFs or DVC Let the Music Play or whatever. I think we've done good things, but now we in the middle of shooting unsung. It's 2020. What is it? 23, Bobby?
Yeah, it was 23.
2023. And me and Wise are like, who do you think we are? You think we some old grandfather sitting around that can't spank your brain? For real?
Right. Right,
So
Daddy.
we're gonna show you
Right.
how we reinvent ourselves like Chris Jericho. That's what we're gonna do.
Right.
You
Right.
understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
what we did. So it's not hard. Like that part about staying inspired, especially when you're a rapper. Now, granted, there are some people that claim to be rappers that, no disrespect, I'm trying to be nice here, but they really not. Because my whole thing is, and me and Wise thing right now is this, and Wise, you could back me up on this. If you can't spit fire now, then who are you?
Yeah.
Right.
Because my thing is,
Right.
I love the old Daddy-O. I really do. I will fucking smoke his boots right now. And Wise will tell you the same thing about himself.
Right. That's growth, right.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Bro, and Bobby ain't never lost skills. Like, yo, we do sound checks and people just sit around and watch Bobby play for 20 minutes.
I love it. I love it.
Ain't nobody gonna be, the concept is that ain't nobody trying to get worse, yo.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying
That's
to say?
not the
So that's
plan.
all I'm trying to say. Like I said, the guys speak to it, but being inspired nowadays, it's the same as a Miles Davis, a Jimi Hendrix, a Prince, God bless the dead, all those guys. We moving forward with this art.
And that's exactly what I was going to say.
Musicians right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say that's the right path. I stay inspired. And throughout the entire album that we was doing, Here We Go Again, all I do pretty much really 7 days a week is I do what, because we're DJs. So I do what DJs done back in the days. I go through my creative joints, whatever felt good, it still feels good today. I don't pass up my Earth, Wind, and Fire records. I don't pass up my New Birth records. I don't pass up my Meters records. I played them and go, yo, what was the energy like? I had a talk with real quick. I had a talk with Leon Silvers. Leon Silvers is actually one of the members of the Silvers. He produced the Whispers and Charlemagne. And he told me, he said the reason why everybody likes the Diggy Doc record that Dr. Dre produced for DOC.
Okay.
He said because he said the energy that I put into that record missed the meter. He said so they matched the energy back. And that's where I got the idea when me and Daddy was talking on the phone when he had someone do a remix on Cypher. I said, it's all good. The energy is already big.
Yes.
Just match it. And that's what I learned from Leon Silvers. So I try to match whatever song I'm listening to that will inspire me to bring something to the table for the new Stetsasonic album. And that's how we came up with everything. Here we go again. Cypher.
So let's talk about Here We Go Again. Let's talk about that, because is that released already or is it soon to be released?
No, the album is available now for everybody. Please get the album. Here We Go Again. It's available on every platform. Or you can go to Stetsasonic.com or Bandcamp, pick up that album. It's
please get it. I'll be rocking to it. Darlene sent it to me. I was like, this is hot. Love it. Love it. And we love the whole song soundtrack on that. But I wanted to also mention, I know you actually work with other entertainers. So give us a rundown of some of the other people that you help produce music for.
Start, Daddy-O.
It's a ton of them. Bobby working with me on a lot of these artists, like on the pop, like not really pop side, because I don't really do pop, but I do alternative rock. Bobby worked with me on the with the B-52s. He worked with me with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. We did a thing with Sonic Youth. We did something with Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones. Of course, Mary J. Blige. Bobby produced records on Shabba Ranks. So I mean, we've kind of made our run. We've got, what I'm saying, we work multi-genres. The only thing we haven't done is country, which don't hold your breath, because we made
right. I was about to say,
especially since I heard the Shabuzi record. The Shabuzi record
I wouldn't
crazy.
be surprised.
Crazy. But we worked, we worked a lot. I produced Top Billin'. So we work with quite a few hip hop artists, Queen Latifah, Grand Puba, Paz K. You know what I mean? So we work with quite a few hip hop artists, throughout the time, and other artists and other genres as well.
Okay. So on your upcoming releases, are you collaborating with other artists, or this is just a new release for Stetsasonic?
Well, it's definitely a new release for Stetsasonic, but we put a phone call out to special family members. Me and Daddy, or actually not just me and Daddy, but we all talked about this. And we was like, we don't want to, because we watch everybody else drop their album. And everybody that drops their album, they got 15 songs on the album. All 15 songs are features. Why do you do that? You know what I'm saying? So we made sure that we didn't go that route. If we was going to do a feature, we was going to pick special family people to do features with. And those family members are our Brooklyn people, which is Smooth the Hustler, and Rusty Jukes. And then our BX girl, who's a little Puerto Rican Brooklynite, jumped in, Mala Raines. So we called special people that get the assignment. Now, if you asking, did we reach out to other people to work with us? There was a few people we reached out to, but they gave us the long story. Yeah, bet, let's do that, and it didn't happen.
Schedule
right,
stories.
Exactly right. But it worked out perfect, because having Rusty Jukes, having Smooth the Hustler is
Yes.
Having Mala Raines is
what? Yes.
So the assignment worked out just fine for us, and plus you get to listen to the rest of the album and you hear Stetsasonic. So we made sure we stayed away from that. Also, Lilo Thomas too, who actually did the vocals on the title track. Here We Go Again. Yeah. He did the vocals on. Yeah.
So I know I jumped around a little bit when we talked about the unsung, but how do you feel now? It's been released. You received feedback. How are you feeling about the segment that was ran for you?
Go ahead, Wise.
It was, I enjoyed it and stuff. When I viewed it and stuff, I mean, there was stuff that that they didn't put in there, but you know what I'm saying, they edited everything, pretty good and stuff. I enjoyed it. I think they did a really good job. I thought
Okay.
that all the other people, Roxanne, Shantae, Ice-T,
Right.
and what I'm saying, Chuck D and all of them, they did their thing on there too and stuff. I
Yes.
definitely appreciate all of them. All of them.
Very
Now, now,
good.
They did a
now,
good
ain't
job.
that beautiful? Ain't that
Yes.
beautiful?
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I
beautiful that
feel
you
just.
see.
I would say if I had one word, I would say I feel justified because I feel like one thing I did love about the unsung is, the girl Fatima that produced it. We spoke to her prior to shooting, and then we spoke to her during the edit process, and we just wanted it to be as raw as it could be.
Right.
Because a lot of times you see documentaries or mini documentaries on people, and they have too much polish,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm. Too
and we
much
didn't
fluff.
want, yeah, we didn't want fluff, we didn't want polish, we wanted, and I thought that and then there was some things that happened that I didn't expect that I thought was very dope. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because we were
Which was
not in the
what?
room. Like what? So we were not in the room with each other when we were doing the interviews.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of thought
So
that.
my
Okay.
favorite part of the unsung, my favorite part is when Wise says, "I felt like we was experimental to Tommy Boy." I thought that was incredible. Like that was so incredible to me because it was like you know how they say what's that detergent they used to say, a little dab of do ya, it's concentrated, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it was a small statement with a lot of depth. There
Yes,
was
yes,
so
yes.
much depth to that. If you know anything about that day, that time, that stuff, us getting the deal through the contest and all of that, and for him to
Right.
actually express that, I thought
Mm-hmm.
that was phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
And then the other part was seeing Questlove do the Africa lyrics.
Yeah, that was nice. That
That
was
was
so
crazy.
nice.
Like I thought that
Yes.
was bananas. Like I thought it was dope. And then the
That
Ice
was
T
so
part was
nice.
crazy too. You know what
It
I'm
was
saying?
a
The Ice
great
T part
show.
was
I
crazy
mean,
because there's so much other stuff about
mm-hmm.
Ice T. Like Ice T, listen, I'm a ruffian. Like I told you early before we started, I said, Stetsasonic
Yeah.
PG, Daddy-O is R-rated. I had guns on tour. Ice T hid my guns for me. None of that
Okay.
is in the documentary. We talked about it, but we ain't, you know what I
Oh,
mean? But I'm just
oh,
saying, like, you know what I'm saying? So to see our peers come out, and then honestly, the thing that probably, because there are some teary parts. So the thing
yeah,
that probably brought the tears to my eyes was Shantae.
yeah, yeah. I could
Yeah.
I'm
imagine.
saying when
Yeah,
Shani talks about us, because Shani talks about us like the way even when we do
it was beautiful.
interviews with
Yeah,
us, Shani talks about us like we can't do no wrong.
that's good. That's
You know what I'm
awesome.
saying? When
That
Shani
kind of
talks
love
about
is
Stetsasonic,
priceless, you know?
we can't do no wrong. And
Uh-huh.
it's a beautiful thing. It's a
That
beautiful,
is definitely priceless.
yeah.
So, Wise, going back to your statement that you made, can you elaborate a little bit on that for us?
What, in reference to Tommy Boy and
Mm-hmm.
I felt, this is how I felt, right? Stetsasonic, we're a hip hop band.
Right.
We're a rap band, and I don't understand how Tommy Boy don't know how to market that. But meanwhile, all the other acts coming after us, you know what I'm saying? You know how to market this person, De La
Right.
Soul and Naughty by Nature and Queen Latifah and and this and that. But with Stetsasonic, because of that title, hip hop band.
Right. Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
They didn't see the vision
Mm.
until every other group started coming out using bands.
Wow. So they
You know
was
what I'm
late on.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But by then, you know, they done missed, you know, they missed the train on us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They you know, they missed the train and stuff, you know?
Yeah, because timing is everything, you know, when it comes
Yeah,
to that.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
really
yeah,
very
everything.
true.
yeah.
Very true.
Mhm.
Well, we was always
Especially with
ahead
this
of
industry.
we was always ahead of our time, and we doing it again. We're ahead of our time again now
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
know Daddy-O's been screaming, "Yo, our peers need to do new music," and everybody kept saying, "Nah, man, we too old. These young kids don't want to hear from us." But
So I
Yeah.
take
now look what's
credit
happening.
for the new LL. I take credit for the new Rakim. I take credit for the new Greg Nice, whoever else is making records. Like
Right.
I'll be waiting for my thank yous.
Right. Put your stamp on it, Daddy.
You know what I'm
Put
saying?
that stamp
Because
on it.
no,
Right.
the bottom line is that the bottom line is this. I learned from these guys, right? And
Mhm.
so there's not a member in my band that I didn't learn incredibly valuable lessons from, right? But the one thing that they've taught me more than anything else is how to be the best daddy-o.
Right.
Okay? When push comes to shove, they not yes men, they no men. No D, the shit don't work. No
Mhm.
D, you should change it. No D, whatever. And then I was saying, you told me to save it for the interview. The way
Yes.
Cypher came along was Bobby has a line. It happens so often, every so often, every 2-3 months it'll happen. It's 2.5, 3 months. So I'm waiting for one in a minute. I'm waiting for one in a minute because it's gonna come. He calls me and he goes, "You trust me, right, D?" That's the line. It's no
Right.
hello. No, I'm telling you, my word to my mother in heaven. It's no hello, it's nothing. He goes,
Right.
"You trust me, right, D?" And then he'll say, "I'm about to send you something."
Oh,
He goes,
nice.
"You trust me, right, D?" And he sends me Cypher with Marlon Reigns on it.
Oh, nice.
And I'm
Nice,
like, "Yo,
Bobby.
Bobby, who the hell is that?"
Right.
And I'm like, "Okay." And then I played it for Wise, and Wise was like, "Oh, that's what we doing, D? All right.
Love it.
That's what we doing." I'm telling you, I love that whole record, but my favorite lyrics on that record is um Wise says lyrics are free and rhymes made bail. So it's best that I spit more bars than a jail cell. That's
Mm. Right.
ridiculous.
And then you showed the
No,
bars
no,
and yeah.
no. That's ridiculous to me. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I see where you going with it, bro. You
Right.
understand what
That
I'm
no,
trying to
that was
say?
dope.
But I'm saying
Yes.
like, but that's what I'm saying. Like these guys keep me, there's, back in the day they talk about, I think the light's trying to join.
I think he should be in.
Um, but the way they describe it back in the day, they keep me honest.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say? And so I'm always learning from them how to be a better daddy-o. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
And that to me, that's very, very important because I know I'm not done. You understand what I'm trying to say? And who wouldn't want their friends around for 40 years cheering them on? Who wouldn't want that?
Right.
Yeah.
And who knows you better? Like these are people that
Exactly.
know you.
Mhm.
And you
Exactly.
know they're gonna guide you and give you the right
They
advice
know
because
they
y'all
know me
family.
so good. They know me so good, right? Let me tell you what I used to do to them, right? We go, we on tour, right? You know what I'm saying? And we go in somebody's room, you know what I'm saying? I go right in this bathroom, boom, and blow it up.
That's family. That is family without a doubt. Without a doubt. And you know, but Daddy O, is one thing that you said, right? You were saying I watched something not too long ago, and you have mentioned that, when the West Coast rappers and you started getting fond of rappers from other parts, of the country and states and things like that. And it kind of like grew your musical ear, right? Because it's
Right,
not only the musicians and stuff that you listen to growing up that inspired you in the beginning, right? You
right,
also was able to grow, and which a lot of artists probably go through this process too. But I just like how you mentioned that. And with all these different things around us through music and other artists and other cultures, we have so much to be inspired about, right? When it
Right.
comes to that can be implemented into your music. But I like how you mentioned that, and you kind of gave homage to other people outside of, New York based that actually kind of help influence and help you to grow as an artist as well.
Well, what happened is me, and it's just personal. This is just a daddy thing. I stopped listening to New York rap in the 90s. So I don't own a Big Pun record. I don't own a Big Pun record. I don't own a DMX record. I probably don't own any Mobb Deep records. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because what happened with me was when New York began to kind of promote the tough guy stuff, it bothered me a bit because I know New York from The Message, which is an incredible record, probably the best hip hop record still to this day made. And, My Adidas and like all of these incredible records that we were able to make that had nothing to do with tough guy stuff, but just had everything to do with just, the children's story, Slick Rick and Mona Lisa and all of these records, you know what I mean? Just being able to tell these stories and make these great compositions and all of that kind of stuff. And then I don't know where the influence came from. A lot of people say it came from NWA. I'm not really sure. But people began to start talking tough. And then when I'm starting to listen to like the Click and E40 and I'm listening to MC Breed, God bless the dead, from Flint, and I'm listening to Scarface, and I'm listening to Big Mike that's coming out of New Orleans. This is way before Mystical and Lil Wayne and all of them. And I'm hearing that stuff. And then I met these guys. That's the other thing. And when I met these guys, they told me how influential we were in their lives. Like Scarface sat me down and told me how, if you listen to My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, it's the beat from Picking Boogers. And that's all they was ever trying to show. CeeLo sat me down and told me, yo, my name used to be Little New York. I went all the way to Queens to the Coliseum and got a jacket made from the Shirt Kings and went back to Atlanta with New York on my back.
He did.
You know what I mean? So what happened was those guys, that's why those guys were able to be as successful as they was, because they were just trying to continue the legacy of their forefathers, which was us, which was Melly Mel and them, which was Special Ed, which was Slick Rick, which was Big Daddy Kane. And so that is what made me attracted to some of those guys, because I seen how much homage they paid to us. They saw us telling stories, so they told stories. You know what I mean? Like, if I choose you, that keep your heart, 3 Stacks, keep your heart. That's us. Even though it's dope, but that record that UGK and Outkast got that record, but that's us, right? That's what they saw. Jermaine's the same way. Jermaine will tell you that any day, because remember, Jermaine used to be with Houdini.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So Jermaine's the same way. And so I give that credence because I watched them take our legacy to a different level. And honestly, I don't know about Mobb Deep. I don't know about Nas. I don't know about all of them in that way. But if Stetsasonic walks in a room with the Goody Mob, yo, get bows. CeeLo bows.
Yes.
Scarface
I love all
bows.
the groups you mentioned, right?
40 bows. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's a different kind of, it's almost a different kind of reverence that they give us than the New York 90s kind of cats. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I love that. That part I really, really love.
So the Cypher, right? Where can we find the Cypher?
All over the internet.
All over?
Yeah, so Cypher is available Spotify, Apple Music. If you got Tidal, because Tidal got a better Sonics. I don't know if people know this, but Tidal actually has real hi-fi. Tidal, Amazon Music. I always encourage people to go buy it at our Stetsasonic Bandcamp, which you could get through Stetsasonic.com. But Cypher's all over the place. Ralph just played it on Video Music Box. We've been using, because we signed to Spit Slam, so as a distributor, so we've been using the Channel Zero YouTube channel
Oh,
for
okay.
most of our videos. So that'll be, and actually we're gonna preview the remix on there as well, because that Cypher remix. I mean, I always loved Cypher. I always thought that everybody rhymed their heart out. But this remix,
You do.
no.
Right.
But this remix, I'm telling you, I said this to you before the show started. Maybe you need to mute my words or whatever. But this remix really says "fuck you, rappers." It really does. Like,
Yes,
what
it
are y'all?
does. Yes, it does.
Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Right.
what are you saying right now? Like, I hear you rhyme, but what is the rhymes that's coming? Because I'm not getting it. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Mala is spitting pure fire. Smoother Hustler, that's a smooth. Everybody's been calling me.
That's the name
a
of the female in the beginning. What is her name?
Mala Range, yes.
Yeah, she's good.
That's
Yeah,
a smooth, that's a Smooth the Hustler that you haven't seen before. I'm 5'7", 5'8" be my crown heights. What? What?
Right.
That's a Lito Brigante that you never got. Why said some crazy shit like, and then I treat, why did he say, and then I treat him like the opening act? What?
What? Yeah, no. Y'all gotta check that out. Please go check out the Cypher part one. Yes.
And I think I did some really good stuff, but that Kendrick Cole line I got in there is hard.
Yes. Y'all gotta check it out, man. It's good music. Y'all gotta check out go to the website and make sure you log in. Delight is here, right? Where's he at?
I don't see him, but I know I'm still here. But
Hi, Bobby. I saw Bobby
in
the drums and the Cypher. He was doing his thing in the video. And Wise did his thing also in the video.
But I got a part too, Coco. I got a part on the record too. Everybody came off. I came off too. On the record, I go, why don't you, Jimmy, respect?
That I'm entitled to.
Yes, Bobby. Yes, Bobby. Yes. And Bobby, you still have a show. Your show comes on. Tell us a little bit about your show that you're actually on my show.
I'm on now. I'm live. That's why I disappeared, but I'm live. iHeartRadio, Party 101.9. It's going to be a Stetsasonic weekend coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, all day Stetsasonic music. So, but everybody can just tune in to iHeartRadio and just go to 101.9.
Okay. Look, I'm looking forward to, I continue to watch. If y'all start any more challenges, send the music to me. I'm your girl. I'll set it off, any more music challenges. And I'm just happy for y'all. And I'm proud to know y'all. I'm honored to know y'all and to see y'all live and direct, to have those opportunities. I'm happy you're getting your flowers. And I'm just like, man, and you're enjoying what you do. That's the most important piece. It still brings you so much joy.
You know why, Coco? It's mad fun right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's mad fun because we started. Listen, I tell people this all the time. I love rap, right? But one of the things that really, really made me love rap was Lil Rodney C. And I told Lil Rodney C, I said, I'm you. I told him, I said, I'm you. He said, no, Daddy-O, you don't sound nothing like me. I said, go back. 2 months later, he came back. He said, I see what you're saying. Because, I got the growl in my voice and everything, whatever. But Rodney C said something years ago. He said, he said this line in this rhyme that made me really, really run. He said, another MC when he running down rhymes, but half the time he just running down mine. But that's okay, because I know someday I'll put him in check and take his rep away. And I said, I wanted that. And that's what Rodney. I'm doing right now. And that's what Wise is doing right now. I don't care what you're talking about. Come with your bars or go home.
Yes.
And we not, honestly, Wise been calling me for 3 weeks saying, yo, D, these rhymes I got for Cypher Part 2, man, I'm telling you, D, you better step it up, D.
Oh my God. Well, he giving you some heads up, right? Get ready.
He giving me a heads up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and I got this one over here on that. Yo, you trust me, right?
You already know to brace yourself.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It's like, it's fun. We're doing it because it's like, I feel like regardless, you know, we all have lives, we all have, you know, family, all of that. I feel like you are at some point in your life, you are blessed with some sort of gift.
Yes.
Some people are carpenters. Some people are welders. Some people are, I have a friend that's a mechanic, that's phenomenal mechanic. It's like he was born to be a mechanic. This is what he was born to do. You know what I mean?
Right. Just
you know,
be good at it.
Yeah, and we not stopping. Like right now, we on some real MC bullshit right now.
Good. We
and
need
Bobby
that.
on
We
some
want
real
that.
Bobby on some real. I'm telling you, Bobby be on some bullshit when he be, you know what I'm saying? Because he won't let me know, but then he'll send me something, and I'll be thinking he got it from somewhere else. And I'm like, yo, who made that? I did, D.
You see him sitting there quietly, right? You see his face, right? He's sitting there.
Yeah,
like,
because I don't be knowing. He don't call me when he making it. He finishes it and go, you trust me, right?
Surprise, right? Exactly. Surprise. So self-destruction too. Are we getting that? Is that coming up?
Yeah, so I'm working on that now. So you know, it's so funny how Stetsasonic plays into this. When I first started dealing with this idea for self-destruction too, didn't think about Stetsasonic at all. I'm being real honest because I want young people to deal with it. And I got this whole idea for the young people to bleed their pain. Here come Delight with this fucking idea, message in our music, right? So we do the message in our music record, but then I'm on the phone with Bobby the other day and just out of somewhere, it zaps me what we gonna do. And so I honestly believe that Stetsasonic is the beginning of the self-destruction movement. The message in our, because here's the deal, and I give you a little piece. Nobody's talking about anything. All right?
Right.
They running around. Oh, Project 2025. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Trump. Oh, Biden. Oh, boom. And but what happened? What we got? 11 dead and 100 shot in Chicago just now.
Crazy.
Crazy. Nobody's talking about nothing. And so we already did it on record. The record already talks. But what I want to do is just make the video match what it is. Because one thing that Stetsasonic has been able to do is bring issues to the forefront. No disrespect to anybody else, but we brought that apartheid issue right up front.
Right.
And even when you talk about self-destruction 1, we own more real estate on that record than anybody else. We on that record more than anybody else. The lights at the top. Me and Wise is in the middle, and Fuquan's at the end, right after Heavy D. So we even more on that record than anybody. We've always been able to bring these issues to the front. And me and Bobby have talked about it. And you know, Delight set the mood for it. And if you listen to the lyrics on Message, Delight is talking about what's going on with families and how fathers are not doing their part. I come on and talk about these 54-year-olds twerking on Instagram. And then Wise closes it up with how now somebody gets hurt and all you're doing is holding up your phone.
That's it.
You ain't even calling for no. You ain't
recording it to doing something, right?
You just going world star, but you ain't doing nothing. You understand what I'm trying to say? So what we want to do. So long answer to a short question. We've been working on the movement. I have been doing a lot of stuff. I got tracks from Pete Rock, Premier. I got a heat track from Premier. Easy Mo B Large Professor. I've got some great tracks for the self-destruction project, but I think that I really think Message in Our Music could be the beginning of that, because we have been very that's one thing I will give this band credit for. We have been very instrumental to bringing issues to the forefront, you know, to bringing these, you know what I mean? And in a good way, because nobody was mad at Africa.
No.
Yeah.
They wasn't mad. And we taught you about apartheid. People walk up to me right now and go, yo, I didn't even know it was a bunch of countries in Africa until you said it. I thought Africa was just one place.
That's how they talk, D? D, that's how they talk, D?
That's how they, I thought Africa was just one place.
Live and direct, y'all, right here. I'm getting it all. I'm loving this show tonight. I'm loving it. Okay. Oh my goodness. But I mean, any words do y'all want to say to the people that follow, support you? Like, we're going to end it on a positive, like, you know, we all in this together type thing. Like, how y'all want to end it?
Real quick, I just want to say, man, thanks to everybody that's been supporting us. We're looking good with these numbers right now. Continue to please support us. Go to the Stetsasonic IG page, which is at the real Stetsasonic. That's the IG page. We also have a Stetsasonic fan page. I can go to that too as well. We have the Stetsasonic Facebook page. Go to that, or y'all can just follow each one of us. I'm on BSBVBK. Daddy-O's at Professor Daddy-O.
Wise is wise. Wise _ Stetsasonic. Delight is Delight, man. 3000. Prince Paul is DJ Prince Paul. Just support us. I mean, that's all. All we want is the support of, you know, the people. But honestly, the support has been, and thank you, Coco. Like, the support has been pretty overwhelming. Like, it's a teary-eyed type of situation because people fucking with us right now.
Yeah, man, big time. You know, big time. Yeah. They really are. Yeah. And like I said, I'm just loving it. I'm loving it for y'all. You know, we do have to show, you know, sometimes people don't like to show people love and gratitude, and people working hard out here to make a difference, to bring you good music and at their crafts. And we got to get used to that. We got to normalize that, you know? Yeah. So I thank you all for joining me today.
Oh, no, we thank you.
And sharing your stories with me. I really, really enjoyed this show. Make sure you follow. We got that Cypher video part 1 coming up right after this. So make sure you stay tuned and check that out. Follow everyone on social media, y'all. Let's show love, right? Show love to get love. Show love. Yeah, all right, y'all. Thank you so much. Delight, I didn't even get a chance to hear from you. I see you there, but I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
He's there, but not there.
I hate to end the show and not even to get anything from you.
Oh, next time.
Hey, yo, Delight.
Right, I don't know what happened. He's here in spirit, y'all. He tried to join us.
Wait, what did he say? Say that again, Delight.
Say that again.
Yo, he said he couldn't make it.
Oh, wow. Well, shout out to Delight. And shout out to Delight.
Yes, shout out to Delight. Shout
out to her for making this possible, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you enjoyed the show, and stay tuned, because Just Give Me the Mic got so much more for you in 2024, y'all. Yes. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For having me.
Why can't you give me the respect that I'm entitled to?
Yo, Stetsasonic, I'm pulling up. Yo, I got this. My mind off the top list. They have the top, no one off or go topless. Me and this money go together. We monogamous. Keep eyes on the prize like binoculars. Block the evil eyes. Sabacha with the little fist. Feel it in the air when I'm around. It's ominous. I'm around them up, run them down like a communist. You ain't about to eat, not even a little condiment. They bars cool for now. My bars survive the apocalypse. Scholar serve zombies, take hostages. Ransom a small fortune, that's a scholarship. Block their little footwork, sorta like a Coppola. Mile quick to get to the bag, I'm a doctorate. You the type cooperate with the operatives. Talking to me, ma, then raise up your octave. Put them with they butt to the seat like a toddler. Try to call an officer, put them in the hospital. See me, that heart beat, 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 beat in the monitor. I'm a mean girl, cut the check, then garnish it. They be left in astonishment, that's mine.
This how the story start. Feds kicking the door, had more shit on the floor than a dog you park. Go ahead, rock while I pick this bull. The swift new, down to hound me, shih tzu. I'm overrated as underrated. I'm under the clouds, over you clowns, hunger gaming. I'm from the county of kings, what it sound like. I'm 5'7", 5'8", be my crown heights. Who it supposed to be? If you can smell my cologne, you too close to me. Cats outside studio doors, they hear the chaos. Smooth in the booth, in the seance. Witchcraft, now witchcraft should I play on? When I'm on play, it's all the way, all day long, it's all they want. We don't need y'all for nothing. Cats get crushed, nobody from here, puss. That should keep y'all from coming. You won't come, my home run it. You home running your mouth? We at the homecoming. This home's coming. I ghost rope. I'm a hip hop goat. Ghostbusters with the ghost gun, then I got ghost.
Coming at the smooth but hard like a ramsack. Me and Stetsasonic, the original hip hop band's back. Filling up stadiums cause I can. Generate enough waves to get you seasick on dry land. Opponents get a hectic scare. Believe you me, they'll be shocked with me like I was the electric chair. Froze like ice, kid. Knowing that the skills I possess truly rose like Christ did. Now, I gotta get off, like here we go again. So roll a red carpet, cause you know I'm gonna go again. Lyrics is free, and rhymes may bail. So it's best for me to spit more bars in a jail cell. You dangle a miss with angles to this. Not knowing Brigante's in the building with the skills of mangling this. In fact, any other cat I'm smoking the sacks, and then I treat them like the opening act. We got boys like this, me and the boys like this. And like PE, best believe, bring the noise like this. Date-wise, you won't remember who the rest is, unless you mention the stat and truly knowing who the best
in a
is.
Cypher, I'ma be killing it. Still waiting on a check from Milk for top billing it. Down with Team Homie, so yeah, I'm chill willing it. Hip hop and Winter Garden of rhymes, and I'm tilling it. Far as rappers in my class, I ain't seeing it. Far as beating all y'all ass, I'm foreseeing it. Rappers be a joke to me, straight comedy. Entry level 2-bit flows, I'm an anomaly. Y'all don't want no part of me, I'm what you call a prodigy. And Stetsasonic mob so deep, we putting rappers to sleep. Y'all fraudulent, tell me where the order went. When was it okay to bite and not okay to write? Catch me flowing in foul of Brownsvillian. Used to spend my summers in Memphis with Grandma Lillian. Went to school in East New York, Thomas Jefferson. You could call me Kendrick Cole, hang with the best of them. And I be bringing war to y'all with no truce. Again, I see the fraud in y'all, I got proof. My name, I wear it proudly, Ebony Chief. And like I said before, y'all ain't fucking with me. See?
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
That's the end?